Hey everyone, welcome. In 2024, Specialized redesigned their Epic, now it's called Epic 8, and since we've been using the previous Epic for a couple of seasons, I thought I would give you the differences between the old frame and the new frame, and also talk about the build of this Epic 8 comp available at my friends at Bike Zone in Mississauga. Make sure you stop by if you're interested in a bike like this. Our bike, built as an Epic EVO now, came in as a comp, and I have a couple of videos I'm gonna post in the description. This comp, this is standard from Specialized, and it comes as expected with a lot of Specialized branded components. And I'm looking at the stem, 60 millimeters, 750 millimeter flat bar, flat-ish bar. It has 10 millimeter rise, and you have the Manic dropper. This is 30.9, and it goes from 125 on this small frame all the way up to 170. You have the Specialized saddle as you would expect, and that's where the Specialized products kind of end if you don't consider the wheels that are using Specialized branded hubs and rims. You have Fast Track T7 up front and Renegade in the back. These are tubeless ready, but right now they are tubes. This comp model comes with SRAM level bronze brakes, and you can see that 4-piston caliper front and back. You also have their centerline rotors, 180 front, 160 millimeter rear. Drivetrain, it all starts with this GX axis pod or shifter that is paired with obviously a flat top chain. This is a GX chain. There's no SX flat top chain. This is an S1000 crankset. This small frame comes with 170 millimeter cranks, and you have a 34 tooth chainring. This is stamped steel just to save cost. It's a bit heavier. And here's the derailleur. This is an S1000 SX direct mount again for this UDH dropout, and this is designed exactly like the GX, with the battery just sliding in there, and it's all blacked out. The other thing that's very different is this. This is a 10 to 52 tooth cassette. However, this doesn't use the XD driver, but it uses a standard HG driver of the past. That's again something that's very interesting. I'm gonna do a separate video on this very new drivetrain, cheap drivetrain, OEM drivetrain from SRAM. But the interesting parts on this bike are definitely coming from the frame design or frame changes. I would say the bulk of the changes are right here in the front triangle, as the rear of the bike seems to be identical with what we've had in the past. And with the same 190 by 45 millimeter shock, now they provide us with 120 millimeter travel in the back. This is the same shock, again 190 by 45. The old bike was 115 for the EVO. This is 120, and that is the only model they offer. If you look at the linkages here, they look very, very similar. Just like the old one, you have a high and a low position. I guess they save some cost, and you don't have that printed marking here on the bike anymore. Seedlux Select Plus shock that this bike is equipped with, and you have a tiny remote right in there. SRAM twist lock here with 3 positions. The 3 positions also triggering the fork damper. This is a SID Select, so the cheapest SID that they have in their lineup. However, this is the new design, so it is a quite good fork even with that cheaper damper. You still get the Fact 11M carbon, and you can see this down tube is absolutely massive now, as opposed to the old one, which was a slimmed down piece of carbon. Bike is built in Taiwan. You see it here on the sticker. One thing that's new is this down tube protection. The old bike didn't have anything like that. And just like the previous frame, you do have a threaded bottom bracket, which is definitely welcome. The other big change comes up here at the top. You can see this frame having an integrated Trek calls it knock block, is just a stop for your steering. This is the max you can get on either direction. I'm not opposed to something like that, but I still don't like this piece of rubber that as soon as you get dirt and debris underneath is gonna scratch the frame 100%. Now, this is used for their S-Works model of the frame also to get the cables in the frame, because that more expensive frame doesn't have cable ports. Now, cable ports are welcome, and these are way better designed than what they had on the old frame. If you remember, you only have that one port on the side, and that rubber little boot is gonna come out all the time 110%. So I'm definitely glad to see these proper ports installed on the Epic 8. This is very similar to what they have on something like the Stump Jumper. With the redesigned frame, you also get some changes in geometry. I'm talking about 1/2 degree slacker front end and 1 degree steeper seat tube. You can check online for the geometry numbers. The old bike was very, very capable. And by the way, we kept this in the high position, so a bit steeper front end just for those twisty turns. Weight of the bike is right at 12.1 kilograms. They state 1189, but remember, this doesn't have pedals, and also you have tubes in these tires, so that's probably what you're gonna get, like 12.1 kilograms or 26.7 pounds. Again, this is for the stock comp model Epic 8 2025. So there you have it, folks. Epic 8 versus Epic or Epic EVO previous generation. Do you like the changes they made to the new frame? Do you like the down tube storage? Do you like the slacker geometry? Do you consider this to be a race bike? Because that's what Specialized calls it. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you would buy one of these. And until next time, hope to see you folks on the trails. Why not riding a Specialized bike? Cheers, guys. Cheers.